It is Monday once again, and that means it is time to answer your questions from the Discord server. This week, we are discussing fixing the Red Star system. We're talking about fixing the Blitz system, and what is the real value to this Shadowland team? We're discussing all of that and a lot more as we answer all of your questions, guys. So if you're ready to get some answers to your questions, find that like button, and you know what to do. Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Well, hello, Valley Maniacs. Happy Monday. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel and the Monday Mailbag. I hope you guys are having a happy Monday, and I hope you guys are ready to answer all of your questions about Marvel Strike Force. Now, if you are not a member of the Discord and you want to get a question potentially featured in an upcoming episode of the Monday Mailbag, make sure you click on the link in the description to join Discord. But before we get to all the questions, guys, we do need to pay some bills. So I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video. Get ready to flex your muscles with the epic RPG Raid Shadow Legends. And Raid checks all the boxes that I'm looking for in a hero collector game. It has a massive amount of heroes to collect. It is free to play and it's available both on your mobile device and on your PC. And one of the cool features in Raid is this thing right here, the sparring pit. As we check this out, you can see you load the champions that you want to gain experience, and as this timer counts down, they are getting stronger whether you're logged in or not. And Raid recently released its biggest update ever, the Doom Tower. It is a giant tower with 120 floors, a bunch of secret challenge rooms, and 12 seriously tough bosses to take on. It's a huge challenge, but I'm having a lot of fun trying to beat it. And that's not all. With a bunch of new champions coming soon and a load of awesome events still coming in February, there's never been a better time to dive in and get started. And if you're new to Raid, it is your lucky day because you are gonna get the hookup. All you need to do is click on the link in the description and download Raid. And if you are a brand new player, you will receive 1 clan boss key, 1 energy refill, an experience booster, 5 mystery shards, 50 gems, 50,000 silver, and the free champion Shaman. And Shaman is an excellent epic character for new players because of this right here, Recall level 1. She has the ability to revive an ally with 50% of their HP. She's gonna place a shield on them as well. And she's also an excellent character for the faction wars. And all those new player goodies gonna be waiting for you in your inbox right here, guys. But you gotta be quick because they're only gonna be available for the next 30 days. So what are you waiting for? Download Raid today. Yeah, so guys, big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Raid Shadow Legends. They've been sponsoring this Monday Mailbag for a while, guys. And yes, if that game does look cool, check out that link in the description. It does support the channel. But without further ado, let's get to all of your questions about Marvel Strike Force and whatever. These are from the Discord server, guys. Yo, ValleyFlyin, what's up from NYC again? I'm definitely going to unlock Jubilee on our next run. Congratulations on that, brother. And I've gotten lucky enough to pull 6 on her and Bishop. Oh, that Bishop 6-star pull is very nice. Congratulations on that. All right. How do you think running Bishop, Jubilee, Ghost, Yo-Yo, and a 5th USA will perform? Bishop taunts, but no protector tag. Would you be willing to test that for us? Thanks again and take care. So I think this could be a good team depending what game mode you're going to use. I don't see them doing anything in arena. This could be a good war team, but you're breaking up a bunch of war teams to get this team. Raids, it could be pretty good as well. And then obviously for Blitz, there's a lot of teams that work in the 8.3 of Blitz and the full sim. Just off the top of my head, looking, what are they missing? They got some protection, they got some damage, they got more protection. I say we need more damage. So I think the best 5th on this, making use of that yo-yo synergy, would probably be Black Bolt, especially if we're talking about the raids, because both of their basics are gonna remove some buffs off the enemies. So I think of that team. I think I would try Black Bolt first, but I will try it this week and let you guys know. Probably try it on the live stream this morning or in the mornings, guys. So hopefully you guys can join the Valley Club in the morning and we can test out this team in raids and see how they do. All right. Hey, I love the content. Agree with 99.99% of the time, but I think Blitz shards are a horrible idea. Ooh, explain, brother. It will hurt long-term players, free-to-play players like myself. I'm almost 11 million TCP and I can't sniff top 1%. I'd get put into a shard where all of a sudden I would struggle to reach top 50%. I think the 2 blitzes at the same time is a great idea. I'd like to see the 2 blitzes being the same character though. One with the blitz being only character shards under 75 or 100k that you could use for any character. That would make it easier for someone to get a new character to 4 stars. So here's the issue with Blitz release characters. I feel that we should be able to unlock these characters at the end of the Blitz. It shouldn't be only 1% of the community unlocking these 100 shard characters at launch. You know, I feel people should be able to unlock them as a free-to-play player, and then you know, if you want to get more stars on them, you have to spend some money, and then later, maybe 2-3 months down the road, I think 3 months is a good you know, compromise between Scopely and the players to make these characters farmable in a way that we could use them, but also give Scopely a chance to make money. So Blitz shards, I think they can work in your situation with a very strong TCP. It may be hurting you, but there's so many solutions. I think the one thread with all the solutions is Blitz needs to change. It needs to be more fair for newer and mid-game players. But yeah, charge is one solution. There's a bunch of other solutions. I'm open to all of them, but definitely should be more friendly to free-to-play. I think the idea that I like, that I'm leaning towards right now, is 2 blitzes running concurrently. So newer character blitzes, like this Iceman blitz that we just got, and then maybe an older character that will benefit more newer and mid-game players. So depending on, or maybe 3. So 1 for mid, 1 for new, and then 1 for older players that want some of these newer characters. Maybe that is the solution. I don't know. But Blitz definitely needs these to be solved. Blitz Sim brought a bunch of good things for players with higher collection power rosters, but brought a bunch of bad things for mid-game players as well. So hopefully they find a solution that's equitable for everyone, brother. Have you ever heard of Calvin Carr, aka Chemistro? He's a well-known villain of Luke Cage. He possesses a gun that can transmute one material to other. Wood to iron, iron to plastic. Sounds like a very, very interesting character. And again, with these questions, I have not heard of these characters until you mentioned them, brother. But you know, with I think it was a 5.0 release, the one that happened in December. I'm getting my numbers confused here, guys, but I think with the 5.0 release, they talked about, when they talked about the Punisher rework, they were talking about other defenders coming. Now, White Tiger and Moon Knight don't have the defenders tag, so maybe more defenders coming, and maybe this would be a chance to introduce some villains for Luke Cage to fight, so that his defenders can fight these more villains. Interesting. All right, wanted to bring this up, idea of larger synergy teams. That take more team planning rather than just a set of 5 character teams. So they started doing this with the Brotherhood, with Shield. Actually, with Shield, we had a bunch of minions that we could take in place with Nick Fury, but they started making these cookie cutter teams, and there was some pushback, and now it seems that all the teams are cookie cutter. But I like the idea of early game, back in year 1, where we're theory crafting a lot of different teams. There was there was very few pre-made teams, and we could mix and match these different squads, and I like the theory crafting there. But on the flip side of that, I also do like X-Men with X-Men, Defenders with Defenders, Brotherhood with, and then, you know, having some kind of synergy there. But yeah, so instead of small preset teams, larger teams, I would like that. This would allow more theory crafting in the game, where we usually see an ISO and team positioning more of an opinion here, but entire teams being dedicated to an entire arena or raid team. I prefer characters individually making team better or worse in a game mode. Ideally, like 8 to 10 would have a core, then 3 best characters. Yeah, so we sort of had that with the X-Men when they brought Storm in, and Cyclops, or Storm was the original, but when we had Storm, Psylocke, Wolverine, and a bunch of characters to choose from, and we could only pick 5. So they sort of did that. I kind of like that. I think I would like to see that more. The only thing is we're going to have a lot more homeless characters. So hopefully these homeless characters will have a way that they can interact with each other for Blitz mode and some of these other game modes that we need in an abundance of team, and not just strong teams like we do for War or Arena or something like that. Oh, long question. Hey, Valley, I hope all is well with you. Thank you for responding to my inquisition on Red Stars having a promotion credits drop on left and right. Yeah, so Red Stars definitely needs a rework. It's not a great system. I like that idea of having more promotion credits. I think they do need to have more adjacency, or I think that's the right word. We need more control over our characters to be able to upgrade them how we want. The RNG on top of RNG is just bad. All right, Question is, what do you think about getting rid of the promotion store? And instead, once we have the saved up credits, we have the option to go into our roster and select the character we want to promote. The community's been wanting this for a while. Scopely has not been responding to any of these suggestions. So hopefully it is something that they're considering behind the scenes, and they've not responded because it's possible that they do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting more wishful with my thinking, but anything that takes RNG out, like whether characters pop up in a promotion credit store or not, I'm in favor of. I think there needs to be a clear path to get your character from point A all the way to maxed out. Right now, because of red stars, there's no clear path. We could get shards for certain characters. We could build up gear. We could build up ISO levels. We could put T4s into these characters, but no way to get these red stars on characters. And there's no way to get gold stars on certain characters either. So I would like a linear type progression system. I like what they did with ISO 8 and that progression system. I wish they would retroactively do that to red stars. It's been in the game for about over 2 years now, so I'm wanting them to do something better with it and make it a little less RNG based. But yeah, I think it would be a good suggestion. I think the community's been wanting this, and if we don't have to rely on the character popping in the store, because the silver and gold promotion credits, they're hard enough to get as it is. Having to collect those and then wait for another layer of RNG is just doesn't feel good. There's too much RNG in this game, in my opinion. All right, how's it going, ValleyFlyin? Hope you're staying warm. I hope you guys are staying warm as well. I know the weather's warmed up since last week, but yeah, so hopefully you guys are staying warm as well. Good vibes from California, good vibes back from Texas to all of you guys. All right, I just started DD4 and find the first 3 nodes to be significantly easier than DD3. Will the later nodes with character restrictions be just as easy? So I don't know if it's easy, but it's doable. If you do things in the right order, bring the right characters, it is doable. You do have to balance that with not just bringing the great characters that you want, but also the resources that you have. I think the nodes at the end with Phoenix are very hard. That's kind of why DD3 was as hard as it was, because they were trying to account for Phoenix. But yeah, DD4 is much more manageable. You could beat it with sound gameplay, but just like DD2 and DD3, there's high health pools, and the damage isn't crazy, but you need a lot of control on these nodes. So yeah, DD4 is way better. DD2 is great. DD4 is great. DD3 is a pain. It's not that fun. All right, hey ValleyFlyin, please stay warm. Warmest wishes to you and the flying family. Same to all you guys. I hope you guys if you guys have any issues with the storm that was happening last week, I hope you guys are recovered from that. It didn't hit us that hard, so we got lucky, but I hope anybody that it did hit hard, you guys are doing well and recovering very good. All right, thoughts on a red star rework catch as a catch-up mechanic for this year? I have year 1 tunes double drops next year, and year 2 tunes soon. Yeah, that could be good. The only bad thing about that, it's going to reduce the chance for newer characters to appear on that orb, because all of these orbs they are they're tied together. So as they add the characters, I think it was like a 1.15 when red stars first came out. Now it's down to like 0.84% for each character. And as it goes more and more, especially if we increase it for year 1 or 2 tunes, then it could lower. But what I would like for some of these older tunes, maybe make them less costly as far as silver and gold promotion credits in the store or something like that. They should raise up some of the red stars on some of these older characters, but I'm not sure if increasing the drop rate is the best way to do that, because that would minimize the drop rate of other characters. Once 7 stars reached, all tunes drop to regular drop rate, allowing to earn stars at this rate. 1 red is 100. Okay, so combined with the 7 gold stars there, I see what you're doing. It does make sense. Yeah, so extra shards there, leave red stars, promotion credits, elite stars the same. I want more promotion credits, not just this, but I want more of this. I do like a catch-up mechanic though. If there's certain, maybe a separate orb for newer players, kind of like a legacy red star orb that they could get characters at a higher rate. I think this could be a good idea, but maybe in a separate orb. But yeah, I want definitely more promotion credits. We're still getting it's a double drop, but we're still getting it leaving up to RNG. I do want some control over that, so I definitely want more promotion credits. And elite store, you can leave it or whatever, but yeah, there's definitely more promotion credits and more way to control. Maybe something outside the box that nobody has thought of yet is the best solution there. But yeah, red stars definitely needs a change, guys. It's definitely one of the most painful elements of this game. What is up, ValleyFlyin? Big shout out to you from the UK. Thanks for everything you do. Community, thanks for all the great MSF content you're putting out. Keep up the great work. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you guys are still watching. I know the state of the game is a little weird right now, but thank you guys for watching the channel. My question for you in this mailbag: Remenek's ISO 8 spreadsheet has Emma Frost as a striker, but I consistently find that players in War have her as a healer, with Mr. Sinister make it much harder to bring the Emma Marauders down. Yes, I think the best ISO 8 for Emma on War defense is that healer class. Do you think that Emma is better with healer ISO 8, or do you agree with Remenek that she's a striker? It depends on what you're using her for, brother. Healer ISO 8 on War defense seems to be the best, but striker any other time that you're using her, especially if you're controlling her. Or does she have two utilities? Healer on defense, striker on offense. Yeah, so yeah, you said the best option. So healer on War defense, lock in that. If you're using on an arena defense, lock that in, and then put the striker back on her. I have them both up to level 4. I plan to get them both up to level 5, but yeah, both. You need certain characters. There's 2 ISOs you need on them. I think Emma is one of those that you need double ISOs on her, depending on what game mode you're using, if you're offense or defense. Greetings from Scotland. Greetings, brother. Daredevil is one of my favorite Marvel characters. I've been rewatching Netflix Defender series in anticipation for Shadowland. My question: who do you think would benefit more from red stars, Moon Knight or White Tiger? Thinking if I should save lots of orbs for this one, try to get a 5 or 6 red star on them, or settle for a 3 or 4 on the other. My Daredevil is 6. Red, Elektra's 4, and Night Nurse is 5. So you got a makings of a pretty good team. I'm not sure who would benefit a little more. Initially, when I saw their kits, I was like, it's Moon Knight. And then when I was looking at it a little more, I'm like, wait a minute. White Tiger's kit looks a little better, but Moon Knight's Moon Knight. I mean, initially, I think just looking at their kits, I'm leaning right now towards White Tiger as the one that's better for red stars. It's kind of hard to say though, because I only pulled 2 red stars on White Tiger. I haven't tested her firsthand enough. Moon Knight's not in the game, so I haven't done any testing, but I'm thinking White Tiger is going to need more of those red stars. Obviously, you want all of them on either 4, because Elektra has 4 red stars. You don't want her to be you don't want Moon Knight or White Tiger to be the weakest character. So you want at least 4 in them. But yeah, if you can get 5 on both or 6 on both, I think this is a very good War offense team. The only problem with this team right now is we don't know when they're going to be farmable. So we don't know we're going to get gold stars on White Tiger, gold stars on Moon Knight to make them actually usable against some of the current Black Order and Emma Marauders that we're seeing in War right now. But it's hard to tell which is the better one. But right now, I think I'm leaning towards White Tiger, brother, as the better one for red stars. I could be wrong on that, though. I do need to do some playtesting. All right, Valley. Seeing the comment about Iceman being an Omega, or the comment about Iceman being an Omega level mutant on the loading screen. I wonder if a future legendary unlock will require an Omega tag and will require Phoenix, Magneto, Iceman, and 2 other characters, possibly Franklin Witchers. Would it be cool if they unlock Apocalypse? Is this the loading a clue, or am I reading it too much into it? It could be, but I think you're reading too much into it at this point. They may have plans down the road, but just kind of reading between the lines of the Cerebral conversation that we had a few weeks ago, it seems like they don't plan too far out in advance because things always change. So if this is a long-term plan that they're going to add an Omega tag to certain mutants, I think it'd be cool, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. That's an opinion. It may come out in the next update. For all I know, but I don't see this happening very soon. But I would be happy if they gave that certain characters that Omega tag and made that the requirement for a legendary unlock. Be kind of cool. Be kind of cool that you need really good mutants to unlock an even better mutant. Maybe Apocalypse. Maybe like a Professor X. Maybe even someone non-related to mutants, like a Galactus or someone that we could use. But I don't know. I like it though. I like this idea. Hopefully all is good with the crazy weather, man. The weather was crazy, and it is back to normal. Thank you, brother. Was loading this game this morning. One of the messages in the bottom was when a character becomes empowered, they get all new abilities. Since it says a character instead of Thanos, is this a hint that more characters will have this empowered mechanic in the future? Also, who would you want to have this empowering ability? So, talked about it a while. I want Apocalypse. As soon as I saw Thanos with that empowered ability, I want Apocalypse to have that ability to transform other mutants that are combined with him. Or I guess maybe not Apocalypse himself. Maybe all the other mutants like Angel, Wolverine, people that have been Horsemen in the past, they become empowered when Apocalypse is in the field. That's what I would like to see it used as. But yeah, as of right now, no hints, no rumors of plans for this empowered mechanic. I think they wrote it that way because they do plan to use it in the future. But yeah, as far as I know, they don't plan on using it. But hey, just like the last question, next update, we might have that in another empowered character. Maybe the rumored Silver Surfer is going to be the new empowered character. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys. All right, hope you are surviving over there. By the time you read this, you have power again. We do have power again. Thank you, brother. All right, with RTA. Oh my goodness, RTA. How would you feel instead of limiting a handful of characters if they only allowed us to maybe have 10 to 15 to 20 characters and it was balanced? 775, level 80, gear 14. No leveling restrictions, better for new players and character resources. So I think one of the reasons they wanted this battle pass is so that we are forced to build up these characters. While this would be great for players, I don't know if it's going to accomplish what I think, and I could be wrong on this, what I think Scopely's goal with is what Real-Time Arena was, to make us build up our rosters. So I think this would be more fun. But yes, I don't know if Scopely would end up doing this one. This could be fun as long as they don't let one player have all the legendary characters on all minions. Well, I would think that they would ban the same type of characters or allow us to have the same type of characters. What I think I would prefer is something that I mentioned, I think in a video that came out after this question though, but you know, banning 10, 15 characters a week just to make it that we have to take other characters in. And then obviously with that battle pass, tie it to other game modes. So they're not using all these objectives. I think that could make Real-Time Arena more fun. There's so much broken with it though. It may need more changes with that, but I think I would like to see some of those changes initially to see if it improves the game mode. Tying battle pass to other game modes I think is a good start though, because those objectives, using those abilities in battle pass with bad characters, not cool in my opinion. All right, ValleyFlyin, love the channel, keep up the great work. Fist bump to you, brother. 2 questions. Haven't unlocked Jubilee this time around. Should I level Axeman and place someone else there instead, or should I wait for a second time? So the question for that, how are you doing on the raids right now? If you already have the symbiotes, they're doing everything that you need in the raids. You don't need the Axemen. Then no, wait till you get Jubilee. If you don't need them, don't put resources in them. Use your resources on characters that's going to help you progressing in raids or progressing in war arena. Spend your resources on things that can help you right now in the game. Now, if X-Men are going to help you with a different fifth, they were pretty good before Jubilee came into the game, did some tests. They were decent in the raids. Jubilee does bring that team together. So you're not going to see these crazy auto battles with 300k teams in Ultimate 7.5, but you can see some pretty decent teams or some decent matchups in raids. So yeah, maybe. It depends on where you are in the game and what your Axemen would do for you. If they're going to do nothing and you're just building them to build them for the future, then wait. I am leveling Ghost and Zemo to gear 15. Should I also level my Pym Tech and the Hand Hydra Zemo too, or should I drop them both into different teams? So I have leveled my Ghost to gear 15, and she is still on my Pym Tech in Blitz. I just moved her back in War, so I'll see how that does. And as far as Hydra Zemo, I was building up my Hydra, my Zemo, way higher than my Hydra. And in War, you don't really need the other teams. Zemo is kind of like a one-man army. As long as he has other characters there to keep the pressure off of him, keep the characters from focusing on him and just killing him, then he should be fine as like a one-man army in War. So you don't need to unless you really want that Pym Tech team or the Hydra Zemo team. But if you're just building up for DD4 and they're way overpowered, they still win in Blitz. They'll still do good in other game modes. So you don't need to unless you really want to invest in that team. Crazy idea popped in my head. What do you think about war carrier classes or different carriers? I think same like with leagues. A lot of stuff can be done with war to make it more fun. I think one of the basic things that they need to fix in War is that matchmaking, though. The matchmaking is bad. Some of it you may not be able to do a lot with it because of the different time zones. There's not a lot of matchups for the bigger alliances, but we get matched up with a lot of bigger alliances. We get all these punch-ups. I would expect once in a while we get some crazy punch downs as well, especially for getting all these big punch-ups. I don't expect every matchup to be good, but if I'm getting a huge, 10, 20 million TCP punch up, I expect something lower that I'm having to punch down. If I'm getting a very hard war, I want a very easy war as well. But obviously I would like competitive wars every single time. But I think it should be little more balanced. If we're getting a bad war, make a good war. But war carrier classes, different characters, carriers, all that stuff could be good. All that stuff may be coming with our alliance credits. I think they had planned to do that sometime, but got scrapped for more pressing issues. And I don't know if with all the stuff going on in the game right now, this will be a huge priority for them. But eventually, I'm hoping, I'm thinking all the stuff that people are complaining about now will be fixed. The game will be in a good place, and that is when I would want to see them expanding modes like war or something like that. Hey, Valley. Hope everything's okay after the big Texas snowstorm of 21. Oh my goodness. It's good for me. I hope it's good for everyone else out there that had to endure the snow. And I hope it's good for you. So it seems that many people think Storm is an excellent choice for the X-Men team if Beast is off the team with the X-Men. I am not sure why. Beast, Storm, I never was a fan of her kit. Having all those charges on her basic and then having her special almost useless after you use it once, and then her ultimate useless if you use it once with no charge. Just never was a fan of it. But Beast made her a little more usable, giving her extra charges, making it so that sometimes a special 50% chance you're not gonna be using up all the charges. But now that she's off now that he's off the team, all of her extra value is now gone. So I don't know why Storm is one of the better choices. The X-Men. Now, for me, I'm still keeping her on the X-Men team, especially for Blitz, because she's more powerful than my Wolverine. If they were around the same power levels, Wolverine would be in that slot, Storm would be out. But because she's more powerful, she's going to score more points than Blitz, so I have her on there. But I think Wolverine, as bad of a character he is, he has synergy with Phoenix, he has synergy with Cyclops. I think he's going to be the better choice, and then Psylocke as the fifth there for the X-Men. Both are special and ultimate needs to charge. Yeah, it's too slow. It's very fragile. I don't like that's the only way to charge is to have her use her basic. So that's going to take, what, 20 turns for her to charge if she doesn't have Beast in the field. Very rarely lose to a team that has her in it or any game mode. She just seems to make her teams weaker by her presence. What am I missing? You're not missing anything. She's not as good without Beast. Beast is what gave her her rework that made her a little more usable. Without Beast, they never reworked her direct, or maybe they did, but the majority of her rework was become Beast added to that value. If they gave another X-Men some value, or if they gave Shuri that same kind of mechanic and had her go with the Wakandans, that would be cool. I really think that she should have the Wakandans tag, especially since in the blog post a few weeks ago, she was called the Queen of Wakanda by the devs. Valley, big fan of Shanna, especially your Drew commentary. Yes, I like when Drew is on the channel as well. Normally we only get him on when he has some rumors though, so hopefully he gets more rumors. But yes, it's fun when he's on. All right, what do you think about having rewards for Dark Dimension after second completion? It's sad that they have all these game modes in the game and pointless after the second run. Hope you use this at my first time posting the mailbag. So yes, I think a lot of people want to be able to go back and do it. I know you're getting extra borders if you do Dark Dimension 2 again, and Dark Dimension 4 again, you get those extra borders as well. So it's not totally nothing, but maybe every quarter or something, maybe every month, they could reset the Dark Dimensions and get some rewards. Not obviously the big rewards, but maybe if you do it once a month, you get some training match or gold or something like that. Nothing too serious that's going to break the game, because I think there's players that could just auto that thing and they could run it multiple times. But if we reset it once a month, I don't think that, maybe even silver and gold promotion credits. If you do it once a month, that's the way to get it. I think that would be a cool thing. After your second completion, go back and do these. You get some silver and golds, and you get to do that once a month, and that'll increase the supply, and that'll make all the work that they did for these Dark Dimension raids, or these Dark Dimension what do you call that, campaigns or challenges, or these Dark Dimension sectors. It's still not the word that I want, but all these Dark Dimensions, they spend all this time building these. It's a shame that most people, after they do their second run, they don't go back ever. So yeah, if they did something like that once a month, some minimal rewards, I think it'll be a good thing, and it'll give them more content in their game, and the development costs are already done with that. All right, what is up, Valley? Do you think we'll be getting campaign events for the next load of characters after we get White Tiger and Bishop? I don't remember the last time we had a campaign event to unlock the character. I think it was Shatterstar, so that was back in December, mid-December, if I'm remembering correctly. If I'm not mistaken, all the recent characters have been obtainable through Blitz except for Jubilee. Yeah, well, Jubilee is a legendary, but we've had, what is that? We've had, I think it started with Yelena, then we had Iceman, and we had a Cull Blitz in there as well. He wasn't a new character, but we got Bishop, and then now it looks like, I'm forgetting someone in there, but a lot of characters with this tag there. So yeah, not a Blitz release. Hopefully we're getting a different type of release. And I think actually Longshot was there before what is her name? Before Yelena as well. So yeah, a bunch of new character releases. Blitz. Switching it up. Scopely. Good thing. Greetings, Valley. I have a two-part question or suggestion. First, do you think it makes sense to rework the ability and training orbs? I'm a newer player, but I'm assuming this hasn't been touched in a while since launch. It may have been slightly touched since launch, but yeah, it definitely needs a rework. It definitely needs to be upgraded. Every time they do a level cap, I think these orbs, they should go back and redo that. They didn't do that for level 80. They may have done it for 75. I can't remember, honestly, but yeah, I think every time they do a level cap increase, they got to go back to these orbs and redo it. It'd be nice to update the mats in particular, give 50 to 25 to 50 T2 of mats and 50 or 10 to 15 T3s. I also feel like they should have ways to get more orbs. More orbs, update the contents of these orbs if they're not going to do it, or both. Secondly, do you think Scopely should make more power core offers? That's mostly free to play. I like having the options to buy elite orbs, new character offers with power cores instead of real money. But would that be nice? Not sure if other free-to-play players feel the same, but their current power cores offers are not appealing at all. Keep on smashing. So, yeah, I would like to see more offers. Do I think they should? Yes. Will they do it? I don't know. If there's profits to be made, they probably will. If there's no profit in it, then they probably won't. But I would like to see it. Sometimes, I mean, we just had this power core event, so I spent some power cores, but a lot of times I'm not spending power cores on anything. I'm just getting this big supply. So if they had some more appealing offers, I would definitely buy some of those. I think this is a better way to get the community to use up their cores than with this this event that we just had. Not a fun one. All right, Valley, stay classy. Always listen to videos on the way to work, doing dishes, wherever I can. So keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. Thank you for listening. I think the community is pretty much in favor of multiple blitzes running concurrently. I think they should take it a step further and make players choose one or the other. It would divide the blitz pool, giving out more rewards to people. It gives players the option of blitz A or blitz B. One blitz could be focused towards beginning and mid players, other towards mid and late game. Thoughts? I like this idea. Yeah, I don't think forcing people to choose is that bad of a thing though. You only get one set of milestones. Only thing if you went into the wrong one. I guess you just got to be careful, but I would like this. And then newer characters, like I said with the other question, blitzes that would benefit newer mid-game players. Newer mid-game players would do that blitz. Newer characters, character unlocks, characters for like late game players would be a separate blitz. Yeah, especially with these blitz sim and these blitz shards. I think something like that would make sense. I'm in favor of this, and maybe this in addition to shards. I know not everybody likes them, but I still think shards and multiple blitzes is the solution for this the blitz sim problem that came from earlier players. Getting a Black Bolt and mods seems all those skills are high recommends for T4s. What order would you recommend get them? I don't have 3,000 T4s. All right, so let's go into Maw real quick into the game. Let's look at my Ebony Maw right there. I got all the T4s on Ebony Maw. I think the best T4s for Ebony Maw is the special. And I think the special was one you could do whether you're using the Black Order with Ebony Maw or Ebony Maw outside of that team. I think the special is a very good one. Defense up for 2 turns on very early turn is a good thing. And I think this one will benefit you. This ultimate will benefit you if you're using Ebony Maw on a Black Order team. He's going to fill the speed bar and what is that? The health, right? Yes. So the health and speed bar. Speed is very important. No, the health doesn't come from the T4, but the speed bar comes from the T4. Very important. I think this is a good one as well. So those are the order. I would go special, then ultimate for Ebony Maw. If you're using him in a Black Order team, I might go ultimate, then special. And for Black Bolt, he has 2 good ones. I think the 2 best are his ultimate and his passive. Attacking all enemies for 500% damage. This T4 is increasing it by 120%. Baseline for a T4 is 50%. So this is a lot above the baseline for an AoE attack. So no brainer on this one. And this is a very good one as well. 50% damage extra. So he's just getting a lot more damage. More damage to villain techs. More health for him and the rest of the Inhumans. It's like a leadership ability. And if you're using him with Yo-Yo, clearing 2 negative effects or flipping 2 negative effects instead of one is very big. So this is a good one as well. Primarily if you're combining him with Yo-Yo's basic in the raids as well. So that's I think those are the best T4s out of the bunch for those two characters, brother. All right, next question, though. Let's move on. Hey, Valley. Hope you and your family well. I'm preparing for DD4 for my city lane. Who should I take? I have Symbiote Spider-Man at 15, Venom at 14, Carnage at 14, Scream at 13. Should I take the tools at 14 to 15, or should I bring up Scream, drop Venom, or Carnage? Thanks. So, Symbiote Spider-Man, great choice, great character at tier 15. Anti-Venom is a good one at 15 because Anti-Venom is a hero. And if you're thinking of taking Punisher, Punisher gives more damage to city heroes. So he's going to give more damage to those guys as well. If you don't have Anti-Venom, I think Carnage is the next great pick. Anti-Venom and Carnage are both kind of expensive, though, for that. So you got to pick one. And then Scream is pretty cheap. I might also bring up Scream. I'm thinking for my 5 for city, I'm going to go Symbiote Spider-Man. I already have Symbiote Spider-Man done. Anti-Venom is done. Scream, because Scream is cheap, and then Punisher. I think those are going to be my 5th. But a lot of your choices for Dark Dimension 4, Dark Dimension 3 are going to be based on the amount of resources that you have. So if you got a lot of bio mini 15 uniques, and you could bring whoever up, I think the best would be the Triumvirate right there. Symbiote Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, and Carnage. I think those are the best version of the team. And then whatever 5th you wanted, or whatever 4th you want to bring in, Scream would be a good choice. All of them, I think they would work, but you're using a lot of alien spores, using a lot of those bio mini gear 15 uniques as well. So I don't know if that's viable for everybody, but yeah, Anti-Venom. And then if you don't have Anti-Venom, I think Carnage is going to be the next pick. I don't know if you want to do all the symbiotes, though, unless you have a crazy amount of resources. Hey, Valley, hope you're staying warm. Welcome to winter. Oh, my goodness. I used to live in New Jersey for a while. I know what winter's like. That's why I moved to Texas, but it followed us this year. All right, anyways, suggestion for lower screen time on Blitz. Have every character available 8 battles per day. Let the player decide when to do those battles. The player could decide to do his entire day's worth of blitzing in one sitting, thereby not needing to log in every 2 hours and screw up sleep, work schedules. I love this idea as well, and this would be a very good player-friendly idea. Before Blitz Sim, people were talking about this as an idea to just do all the stuff so we don't have to log in, crazy amounts of time. Now, it did get a lot better. Instead of 40 minutes per rotation, 5 minutes per rotation with Blitz Sim, but you still have to force to log in all the time. And I think that is the metric that Scopely is looking for. I don't think they want it to go away. I think they want players logging in, because the more you're logging in, the more likely it is that you're spending money in the game, or at least that's what their analytics are telling them. So that's what they want. So I don't know if they're going to switch it. I would like to switch. I don't think they're going to do this, though. I don't know if this is one that would give them the metrics they want. It's just going to make it easier for players to get the rewards. So I like it. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think it's very friendly to Scopely to make this happen. Hey, Valley, what T4s do I need for Coulson on war defense if he isn't teamed up with Yo-Yo Black, or if he is teamed up with Black Bolt, Crystal, and Fury? Let's go take a look at Coulson in the game again. Boom. And I only have one T4 on Coulson, and I think that's his passive. It may be his ultimate. Let's go find him in game, though, and see where he's at. Boom. Yeah, so it's actually the ultimate that I have. This ultimate gives him clearing all positive effects from the enemies with the most damage, and calling 2 allies to attack the enemy with the most damage instead of 1. So that's a good one. Now, just for pure war defense, and this is probably a little better on a full shield team, which is why I wanted to see what exactly said. Full speed bar shield medic. That's not going to help on the team that you have him on. War defense, shield allies, and self gain 20% max health. So that'll affect him and Fury. On war defense, allies and self get more resistance. Him and Fury as well. And applying immunity to shield allies. So this one doesn't seem as important, because you're not full of shield allies. You're not full of, there's only one other ally, and most of the rest are inhuman. So this one may help a little bit, and just for that little bit, depending on how much T4s you have, you may want to invest in this one, but it's only going to help him and Fury. I think the best one is the ultimate, and if you are starved for T4s and don't want to spend too much on the T4s, that's probably the way I would go with the picks for Coulson, brother. All right, and let's get into the next question. Valley, how are you doing? Thanks for continuing to answer my questions. It is very helpful to me as a non-endgame player. Anyway, got a question about a reaction with Deadpool and Domino. When Domino is still alive, Deadpool always revives. But when someone like Hulk gets a special finishing move, or whatever you call it, Deadpool doesn't revive, then the game will glitch out for me, and the game just has me stare at the screen for remaining time. Is this a known problem to you and everybody else? I have not heard of this issue before. What I would do is try to see if I could replicate it
screen record it and then send it to the devs. You can send it to Cerebro, and you may be able to send it to support. But definitely tag me or add me as a friend on Discord. And if you can't get it to Cerebro, I will. Yeah, because I have not heard about this before. Yeah, but if video evidence, we'll have the devs recreate it, and then they could solve the stuff. I mean, it seems like they never could recreate that Thor bug. They knew what was going on. They didn't know how it was solved. So maybe they need some help. So if you could get some video footage for them, maybe they could find a solution for this faster, brother.
Hello from Maine, ValleyFlyin. What is up from Texas, brother? All right. Hope you guys are staying warm and safe down there. We were. Our family was cool, but I know there's a lot of other families that weren't as lucky as we are. So hopefully they're back to normal as well. But I'm curious if anybody knows whether defense down has any effect on the block chance of a character, sort of like an offense down affects focus. Lately, I've been having issues with my Doc Hawk against Mercs in War when the room has defense down. It seems to me that in addition to taking more damage from defense down, he's also not blocking as much, and there could not be healing like he should. So defense down is going to increase the damage, increase the incoming damage by 50%. It's also going to decrease the character's resistance by 50%. So I don't know if there's a relationship with resistance and blocking. Maybe, but yes, I know it's this. And if it is affecting the block chance, maybe it's a bug, maybe it's supposed to interact. Everywhere I look, it doesn't mention anything about the block chance or anything like that. So maybe there's some hidden mechanic or some mechanic that's going on that I don't know about. If you guys do know for sure, let me know in the comments so we can get everybody the correct information, but not sure right now. All I see is information about damage and resistance and in the defense down, brother. All right, hey Valley, hope the family is keeping warm during the schizomals of a situation. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I haven't seen that word ever. All right. Anyway, wonder if you've noticed the cheating that seems to be going on with lower dark dimensions. We've been reporting these 4 to 6 minutes DD1 and 2 timers who have only had ranges of 2 to 4 TCP and support, hoping that, and when they suddenly disappear from the leaderboards later, the investigation is taking place. I find it very hard to believe, seeing that they were legit, considering they're looking at 6 minutes loading time for a whole DD4 run. Yeah, it says I've also heard reports of these guys being removed. I don't look at it on a daily basis, so I don't know who's up there, who not. But I've seen some crazy scores like you have, my brother. So I'm glad they're getting removed, and I hope that they monitor it on a daily or weekly basis. Remove these players. I don't know what point they are getting, because from my understanding, these players are getting banned. And if it's just for a record, who cares? You're doing this stuff for resources. So I don't know. I don't get the point of cheating, but yeah, I'm glad they're getting caught and they're getting their names removed from the leaderboards, and hopefully more is happening to them. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, hey Valley, I used your recommendation for Hero 7-4 and I still lost bad. I have X23, Fury, Shuri, Falcon, and Yo-Yo all at level 65, tier 11, 6664, and they still got killed. Do I need to keep up the gear tier, or do you have any other recommendations? Thanks for keep on smashing. Also, what ISO 8 should I have on each tune? All right, so you may want to bring up their gear tier to gear tier 12, just because it gives them slightly more power, slightly more stats. But I think if I was using that team, I think they're all above level 70 for me. The levels are going to give them a bunch of power. You might want to even get them to level 71, because 71 and 74, there's a big increase in focus and resistance. So that might help them survive through. All good characters though. So you could use them in multiple game modes. I don't think you're going to be wasting any resources, putting any resource into these 5 characters. As far as ISO 8, I don't know the best recommendation on ISO 8. I'll tell you what I have though. On Shuri, I have a healer level 2. I have Fury also at healer level 2. Yo-Yo is a skirmisher at level 3. Falcon is a raider at level 3, and X23 is a raider at level 4. So like I said, I don't know if those are the best ones. Those are the ones I have on mine right now, and I think I just overpowered it with those characters, because I think those were the best characters that I had. I was just looking at it and just like, oh, those are good. But yeah, you may need a little more power for Hero 7-4. Now, if anybody has beat it with another team, very low power, similar to tier 11, 65, let me know in the comments what team you used. And if you know the ISO 8, let me know that as well. But that's who I think I used on Hero 7-4, brother. All right, mid-game player, bought one of the legacy orb offers recently. Wasn't able to rank up my tunes, but the gear, the gold helped out. Maybe wonder, when's the last time I got one? Probably after they screwed up something, probably. I think some milestones, sometimes they have some of those legacy orbs as well. Do you think introducing the economy would be a good catch-up mechanic, and where do you think they could go? I would like to see these added all over the place, the fragments for these orbs, because these orbs, not very valuable to later game players, maybe not even very valuable to mid game players, but for newer players, all the shards, the resources, the gold, the gear, I think this is excellent for newer players. So they could make a lot of these all over the place. They could add them into every store, have a little piece of the orb on every campaign. Every time you beat a raid node, they give you some fragments. Raid seasons, they could give you fragments. I think this is something that they could make very, very abundant and not have it break the game, just because the value gets lower as you progress in the game, but it's very, very high in the beginning. So I think this would be a great catch-up mechanic, just adding fragments of this orb everywhere they possibly can. Good. We definitely need more catch-up mechanics, guys. Hey, Valley, started playing in November 2020, currently at level 65. That's actually pretty good. This is my first post on Discord, so trying to figure out how to work this site all the way along, but you've really been helping me make the right decision so far in MSF. I just unlocked Dark Dimension, and I see there's a lot of old videos on recommendation who to bring in, but with all these new characters, I wonder if you have updated recommendations for DD1 and DD2. Thanks. I don't really have an updated recommendation. Kind of like that other question. I haven't really went back and looked at DD1 and DD2. Now, DD1, even back in the day, back when it was a new thing, it was not something I focused on. Yes, the gear is nice, but eventually I'm going to get my characters to 5 stars, or I think it's 6 stars. 6 stars. Eventually they're all going to get there, and then I just brought in whoever I got at that point. Now, DD2, I think, is something to focus on a little more. Now, if you are lucky enough to have Minerva unlocked, it's a hard farm in that war store, but very, very good character. And also, if you have Star-Lord, I think those are the 2 original characters. I don't know what people are using nowadays. I mean, Ghost is a great character. If you have Ebony Maw, great character as well. Phoenix is a great character, but only 1 node at a time, so you're not gonna be able to do multiple nodes with Phoenix, but there's a lot of great characters out there. And then for your second run, Ultron, be a very good character as well for DD2. So bunch of characters, yes, all the percent-based damage characters will be very good. So Phoenix, Minerva, Ebony Maw, and Ghost. Those 4. If you could get those 4 into DD2, you'll do very well. You might be able to auto it, brother. Next question, though. Sup, ValleyFlyin. Let's go 7 for 7 after last week with X Factor question. Well, pretty good so far. Answered 3 times in 1 week, so thanks for that. Yeah, it turned out to be a very relevant question, brother. By the way, Feral was X Factor. She was even in the X-Men cartoon as X Factor. All right, I have not watched all the episodes. I have not seen all that one. I have not seen Feral yet, so I'll go and try to check that one out. So don't count her out. All right. So maybe there's still hope for Feral, but as far as the rumors from Drew, I don't think he was talking about Feral. But I digress. My question. First, do you think it's time to up the Blitz rewards per match? 10 shards is hardly helping new or mid-end game players. Do you think Havoc and Omega Red will be soon with Fury Permanent and Star-Lord? I don't know if they'll be soon. I don't know who the next one is. We just had Jubilee. Rumors are the Axeman is going to be that unlock, but I mean, I think there's months between legendary unlocks, so I think they have a lot of time if they want to switch it to a different team. So who knows who the next character is? Who knows what the unlock message will be? Per match, though, up rewards per match, 10 shards of the Blitz currency, right? For me, I haven't really had an issue with the Blitz currency for a little while now. I don't know if that's that much of an issue, but it may be a bigger issue for newer and mid-game players, especially with all those tunes in the stores. So that might be something that they could increase. I have a lot of those, so I don't know if that would really help me. But yeah, if it's gonna help new mid-game players with catching up and getting up to like the end game status, I'm in favor of anything that does that. And if increasing Blitz shards that you get per match will do that, then yes. But yeah, I have no idea about the other legendaries, brother. All right, is it just me, or has Scopely loosened the slots in the past week? My team's been gaining crazy orb pulls since the community has risen up. Not affected me, so you may just be having a very lucky week. This past orb opening for White Tiger, worst orb opening for a long time on the channel. So yes, only 2 red stars on that character. So it hasn't been extended to me, but yeah, I'm glad you're getting good luck, brother. I don't think it's anything in the code that's changed. I think you're just getting good luck. All right, hey Valley, how hard do you suggest going on Shadowlands? I pulled a 7-star in White Tiger. Now I feel obligated to buy her offer twice, so that means I'll probably have to do the same for Moon Knight. Just wondering, will this team live up to the hype in your opinion?
I think they will, but the hype is about them being at equal power levels. So having the equitable gold stars and the red stars, the Black Order and Emerauder teams, it's going to take a while. Now, you got really lucky. You got a 7-star, red star, and white tiger. And if I pulled that, I might want to build that as well. I started building up my military skill because I got that 7 red on Yelena, but yeah, unfortunately, there's no way to get more stars on them, so there's no real way to test them. Same thing is going to happen with this Shadowlands team. Unless you're able to get these gold stars on these characters, I don't know if you're going to be able to compete with Black Orders, unless you're seeing non-maxed out Black Orders in your war and things like that. This is primarily a war team, so if war is a big focus to you, then it might be something that you want to focus on. Maybe not now, maybe when they become farmable, but you definitely want to focus on this team because they look very good in war. But how much does a war team mean to you is the other question, because if you already have a lot of war teams, if you don't need another counter to the Emerauds or one of these big teams, then you could probably skip this team and not really affect a lot of what you're doing in the game, because the raids are tough. I think you need a good raid team. I think you need a good arena team, but war is very up and down depending on how competitive you are in your lines and what you're seeing in there. So they'll be good. I think they will live up the hype, but I think it's gonna be a while till they live up the hype because we don't really have a reliable progression method for them right now. We got to get gold stars, and there's no way to get gold stars. Even you can't even buy the gold star, the white tiger pack with cores right now. You got to buy the offer. So yeah, with their event coming up, it'll be good. But hopefully you get good stars on Moon Knight as well, and you just go build up that team down the road, or maybe you whale on a team. But yeah, they need to be around the same power to do what our build is doing. Hey, ValleyFlyin, greetings from Ohio. Been playing MSF for a while now, coming up on 1,080-day login reward. Nice. Watched a lot of you on different content creators for the game over the past year. I have to say, you're my favorite. Oh, thank you, brother. Quality content delivered in an upbeat way. I try. Sometimes Scopeplay makes it hard to be so positive and upbeat, but yes, I'm happy, even though the game is in a weird place. All right, over the years, we got to meet you, your long-lost brother from another mother, Drew, the rumor guy, the Valley Glows, little A, little G. When is Mrs. Flyin going to make her debut appearance? I am not sure. She has been watching me, the desk right behind the camera there, for some videos, but never appeared in front of the camera. So I don't know. She's pretty busy. So I don't know. It's maybe soon, maybe years, maybe never. I don't know. I would have to talk to her. That's not totally up to me. All right. Anyway, ValleyFlyin, I remember you talking about a month ago about taking Sabretooth into DD4. Was wondering, did you? And is he giving you benefit? I already have Ghost, Sinister, Zemo, need a 4th. All right, so the benefit in the Sabretooth is he's super cheap. You don't have to wait for all those extra pieces, all those Gear 15 pieces for Emma. And the same cost of Emma, I'm able to do Sabretooth for Global and Longshot for Cosmic. So in that sense, getting these characters that they're okay. But getting into Dark Dimension 4, I think, didn't make him valuable because he's so cheap. So in that sense, yes, he's doing very good. Most of what's going on in the node is because of Sinister and Ghost, though, to be honest. It's not a lot to do with Black Widow. I think Zemo would have been a better choice, but of course Zemo's a little more expensive than Black Widow as well. So yeah, Sabretooth is an awesome choice, not because he's a great character, not that he's going to get you a lot of value in Dark Dimension 4 or a lot when you're done with Dark Dimension 4, but he's super cheap. And he is a part of that Emerauds team if you're not replacing him and doing a hybrid team. So some value there. I would do it again. All right. What's up from DC? What is up from TX? Hope all is well with you and your families in Texas right now. I know Drew just provided insight to 3 characters coming to the game, but I've checked my chief and I know there's just 3 slots for skill or more and 2 more for bio. I've checked my roster several times. The model characters fall short in skill and bio. Are there a possibility of another legendary coming to these faction Marvel structures? There's always a possibility of more legendaries coming. I think it's inevitable that more legendaries are coming. The only question is when and what is the unlock method and what is going to be the cadence for that. But they've been like that for a while. Even in the game's beta, there's been more characters than we have as far as the achievements. I don't know if it's that way now for all of the achievements, but there's been more mystic characters, there's more bio characters and all that. And I'm wondering, wait, we don't have those many characters in the game. I mean, even before we got this level 80 increase back in beta, there was level caps all the way up to level 85 in a data mine. So I think there's some things in there just to kind of prepare them for the future. Doesn't necessarily mean those are the immediate plans, but I think it's something that they're going to use down the road. So I wouldn't read too much into that as far as a way of telling which characters are coming. But Drew gets information, and his sources have been pretty reliable. So Drew says that I would put stock into that. But yeah, those achievements, all that stuff has been it's been like that for a while, brother. All right, I hope all is well in Texas. Smash through that cold weather and stay safe. Safety is important. With all these Valiant credits from the end of the... Oh my goodness, this event was so bad. With all the Valiant credits coming from the end event, the subsequent offer era, I'm trying to figure out the best way to use them. I could 7-star... Oh, the Valiant credits. Oh, the Cull that was not that bad. The DD4. I thought we were talking about the bad event, the power core spending event. All right. Very close to 7-star on Ghost. I know Cull isn't Fountain and Ghost isn't a war store, but everything is going towards Gear 15 there anyway. My black orders are on 6 to 40k, but I'm not sure if a 7-star Cull would make the team more usable than it is for me already. I don't use Ghost quite as often as much, but in the end, goal would be to get 7 stars on Jubilee on her the second time her event comes around. Question really is, which is better, a 7-star Cull and a black order, or a 7-star for Jubilee in the Astonishing X-Men? So I do have a 7-star in Cull. Very beefy, very good. I think if you have a very strong members of the Black Order, I think Thanos should be number 1. Cull should be number 2. So he's really going to help your Black Order. As far as the 7 stars of Jubilee, I don't have a 7-star Jubilee yet, so I can't speak of that firsthand. They're very good at their current star level, though. I mean, there's not a lot of teams that could bring in at 350k, and they could do well in Ultima 7.5. So very, very good. I'm assuming with more stars, more resources put in that team, they're going to get even better, and maybe even be able to fully auto the Doom raids. I don't know, but yes, they're very good. But Black Order is very good as well. So I guess it's going to be, which do you need more? Do you need another raid team when Jubilee eventually comes around? You may have symbiotes already. You may not need the Axemen right now, but if Black Order, that's going to help you every single day. It's going to help you. If it's going to help you get to a higher place, a higher tier in your arena rankings, that's going to give you more power cores, and that's going to be more value for you long term. Plus, Cull is not farmable. If I was in your situation, probably would be leaning towards Cull, because we don't know when he's going to be farmable. We don't know when he's going to be out of that premium exclusive store, and when he's going to get a node or stuff. We know Ghost is farmable right now. It's not an easy place to farm her. She's in the war store. A lot of your resources already going towards Gear 15, but she is there. I think if it was me, I would go for the option that's the unknown, and that is Cull. We don't know when we're going to get shards for him. We don't know if he's going to get another Blitz. We don't know way for any of that to happen with Ghost. Yes, she may not ever pop up in the store, but we know that she is in there. And hopefully they come back and remove some characters from the war store, like they said in that blog post from a couple weeks ago. So maybe that'll get less painful to farm Ghost. And maybe they give us a more way to get more these tier 15s, and then you won't have to spend as much on that. But Cull is who I would be leaning towards if I was you, brother, if I didn't have a 7-star Cull. What is up from Hiroshima? Sepha here. Valley, I have a sense of why we're being bombarded with too many characters because Scopely is not making profit and achieving their sales through in-app purchases. What do you think? Very, very likely. One of the big money makers for them is new characters. And yeah, if they're not making money on other things, not making all these red star offers, the community is unhappy and they're not spending as much. They want to get more sales. And there's players like myself that, despite the game being good or bad, they're gonna buy these character offers. And for me, I make videos about it, but yeah, it may be their strategies. There's also the tinfoil hat that they're making all these bad offers on purpose so that they have to give the good or these awesome offers on purpose. So players buy it, and then people get accept that they want the offers, and then there's a lot more spending going on because of their mistakes. So there's that tinfoil hat theory is there. I don't know what goes on in their office. I don't know what goes on in discussions. The impression I get from Cerebro when I talk to him is that they're not on purpose, but I don't know. Maybe there's some things that they're not telling him. I am not sure though, guys. But yeah, it's very likely. They if the profits go down, they need to make the profits up somewhere else. So it could be that they've run out of fun, creative ways to get our money. Long question. As a free-to-play player, I get 10 red star orbs per week. We should also get promotion credits in the red star blitz. Yes, we definitely need more promotion credits, gold and silver throughout the game. With my recent luck, only 1 red star for White Tiger. I've been thinking to pass on red stars on Moon Knight because there are 2 more X Factor coming. Rumor is that there are 2 more X Factor coming. Not confirmed. I know Drew's been pretty accurate, but again, just rumors at this point. Polaris and multiple man and Silver Surfer. Good guesses with that. I have 2 questions. Do you think that Moon Knight is going to be relevant in the future? I think Moon Knight is going to be relevant as soon as he gets farmable. Same thing with White Tiger. I think this whole team is going to be relevant once we have a way to reliably obtain their gold stars for this character. I think they will be relevant. I think the issue with this team and the issue with military skill is that we can't get gold stars on them. So I think they will. As a war offense team, though. So again, like the other question, if war offense is not that important to you, you might not even want to build this team because this is a war offense team. I don't know if they have a lot of viability in other game modes as well. Maybe. X Factor is a better option in investing. With that 100% speed bar to quit, they're definitely going to be meta everywhere else. I think they're kind of like the symbiotes. The dad bro is very, very strong. So with 3 other members, imagine how strong they're going to be. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I might be saving as well, especially with that 2 red star on that White Tiger that I pulled. Now, a question about the best character ever. Sorry for a hug. Who do you? How good do you think Silver Surfer is going to be? It's a very important character in Marvel. Should be a very powerful. Should I save my red stars for him? I hope they don't make another She-Hulk. Oh, do you know anything about his kit? Is he going to team up with? Is he even going to team up with Fantastic Four? I don't know. Drew's source just gave him names. Did not tell him teams. Did not tell him unlock methods. Just said those 3 names. Next update, and that's what he told me. So he doesn't know any other information. So it could be a part of Fantastic Four. It could be a part of a new team. Could be anything. Could be, and I think he's gonna be a very good character just because he's Silver Surfer and the lore in the comics, but may not be. Maybe a surprise. I don't know, but I think he should be a very, very good character, and maybe worth saving your red stars to him. Can't tell until we see the kits though, and even then, kits change from time to time. So yes, it's hard to say at this point, but it's not the worst thing, I think, if you skip on this Shadowland team. I might end up skipping on this team as well. All right, and how are you? Thanks for answering my questions. I heard you chose Sabretooth for DD4. So this is actually a very similar question than the one I just answered a couple questions ago, but this question also has a question about Jubilee. Currently have Sinister, Zemo, Ghost. Plan them for Emma. You're going to DD4. Same answer. Just Sabretooth, very cheap. I don't know if he's worth it as far as value, as far as damage and things, but very cheap. So as far as that, worth it to bring in Sabretooth. I'm going to take Phoenix and Jubilee into DD4 in the very distant future, so I'm considering taking Sabretooth as well. So what I did, like the previous question, Sabretooth for global. I used Longshot for cosmic. I know the dad bros are very good. Not sure how Longshot is on his own, but he's relatively cheap, and he's cosmic as well. And then Jubilee and Phoenix. Now, the only thing with using Phoenix and Jubilee is they're both mutant characters. So if you have enough mutant gear for Sabretooth, Jubilee, and Phoenix, then good. I think that Jubilee down the road is going to be very valuable, especially for that X-Men team in the raids. And yeah, I think she's going to get a lot more use for me than Invisible Woman. So right now I'm planning on Invisible Woman for that 5th, for that legendary, just because it's a difference of resources. After I'm done with Scream, I won't need that much bios. I could use it as Invisible Woman. If I had all the gear though, if gear wasn't an issue, I could upgrade the characters I want. I think Jubilee would be the character that I would upgrade for Dark Dimension 4, but of course it's going to come down to mini uniques, those Gear 15 uniques. So that's what I wanted to say about that Jubilee question, bro. Just watch your gear, and hopefully you have enough gear for Phoenix and Jubilee and Sabretooth. So use that planner. MSF.GG has a great planner. Verandius, the old Excel sheet, has a great planner, but I think the MSF.GG one is a little more up to date because it combines everything. Whereas the old Verandius spreadsheet one, I don't think can take into account if you have partial gear on characters. Anyway, that is it for the mailbag, guys. I hope your question got answered. I hope you enjoyed a lot of the stuff we talked about today. I hope it was helpful for you. And yeah, still looking forward to that blog post, guys. I hope they do make some of these changes that you guys suggested for Red Stars, for Blitz, for Arena, a lot of these other things, guys. I hope it comes to the game, and I hope the game gets very, very fun very soon, because I know people are not super happy right now. I hope you are happy, and I hope it's very good. I hope you're having a great week, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Any comments, let me know down below. If you want a question potentially featured in an upcoming episode, make sure you join the Discord. Hopefully there's some shorter questions. They seem easier to feature. I already talk along, so yes, this video goes long. So some longer questions to try to eliminate. So if your question did not get featured, try to pick a shorter questions. It's easier for me to feature a bunch of questions. So that is it. Subscribe for more content. Check me out on social media. Check out some of my other videos as well. And remember, give me that Hulk fist bump, baby. Oh yeah, have a great day. ValleyFlyin out.